What's up, everybody? I know you're curious. I know you're curious about that data that was installed onto your phone and your tablet. You're like, what is all this stuff? We're downloading this big new update. We got nothing live. What's going on, Contours? What's going on? What are you hiding from us? What are you hiding? Well, they just didn't make it live yet. But we do have the stuff on our phones for these new dungeons, for the homunculus, for the crafting system. Phones, tablets. I don't even play on my phone. I don't know why I'm saying phones. But we have all that stuff on our devices right now, and we had some lovely people on the internet going through all the information and seeing what they could find out. So this is thank you to them for finding out, the lovely people that went through and posted it online for us to see. So let's take a look at, like I said, we're not going to take a look at the homunculus, we're going to take a look at the raids right now. Yeah, let's take a look at some of the new stuff we can expect from the raids. Alright, first things, let's talk about some of these raid drops. Okay, we have that's a lot of raid drops. That is a lot of damn crap that we have to inventory now. Fantastic. Thank God we have so many new islands that we're gonna get. But this is gonna, some of this stuff is only gonna be from certain, it looks like a lot, but it's really not that crazy. Some of it's only gonna be from certain dungeons, certain raids. So we have hardwood, tough leather, solid rock, solid iron, ore, shining mithril, and thick cloth. I'm grouping all these together because I think this is just going to be for crafting different buildings and things like that on your island. So that's what I think that's all going to be, all that part. Then we have the rune piece and the magic dust. I think this is just for crafting runes. Obviously, rune piece, crafting runes. Oh my god. Takes a genius to figure that out, right? Takes a genius! But I think the magic dust probably has something to do with the runes too. Then we have the symbol of harmony, transcendence, chaos. This kind of confuses me. Okay, because we have more than 3 new runes coming out, right? We have 5 new runes. And we only have 3 symbols. I would think that there would be 2 more symbols to go along with that. Maybe there are, and there's just no information. This is just, I'm going by the list of what I got. But I feel like there's going to be 2 more symbols that we're going to get in addition to these. But this is like I said, this is just what I got. But I think that's going to be more things for the rune crafting. Then we have the frozen water crystal. Ice. It's ice. Frozen water crystal, flaming fire crystal, whirling wind crystal, shiny light crystal, pitch black, dark crystal. So these are 5 different elements. This leads me to believe that these are each, I mean, again, genius. Oh my god, it takes a genius to figure this out. These are probably just going to drop from those individual elemental rifts. So if you do the fire rift, the rift of fire or whatever, then you're going to get the flaming fire crystal. One would assume, right? And if you're getting the water crystal from the Rift of Fire, then I don't even know what I'm doing as a YouTuber anymore. Then I'm like, I give up, I don't know. And then we have condensed magic crystal and pure magic crystal. When I see condensed magic crystal and pure magic crystal, it seems like something like how we have mid magic essences, and high magic essences, something like that. So these are not essences, but these look like they're going to work in a similar way to how the essences work. So you're going to, like, you know, you go into the Hall of Wind, you get the wind essence. Well, now you'd be going into the Rift of Wind, and you get the wind crystal. So there you go. But I'm not sure where the magic ones are going to drop from, if they're just going to randomly drop from all 5 of them, if they're also going to start dropping from, I don't know that they'll drop from the regular Rift too. I think that that's still going to be a little bit different. I think that they're just going to keep the regular Rift the same, and then all the 5 elemental ones are going to have a different kind of, totally different drops. Like, these are going to be the elemental ones, and like, these are probably not going to drop, I would assume, alright, I could be wrong, but I would not expect these to drop from the normal Rift, because we need the enchant gems and we need the grindstones. They're not going to drop from the element ones, I don't think, so I'm just assuming these are going to drop from the other 5. Plus, it's still different mechanics. Like, from what we've seen in the data so far, that these new 5 rifts are just going to be your teams only, whereas the main rift is going to be is still you working with other people. So it's going to be, it's like they're all in the same place, but it's going to be kind of two different things. So that's what I would assume anyway. So that's what we have for the drops. Also, thank you to Sylpheez for the information on these. Then we have shared skills. Okay, we have the ultimate skill. Some of these are going to sound a little bit familiar, right? Ultimate skill removes all beneficial effects on all enemies and attacks them 6 times with ice, fire, wind, light, dark breath. We kind of know, we kind of seen that before, right, with the raids that are going on right now. It's not ice, fire, wind, light, and dark, but we know what it is. Okay, then we have the groggy state. The Rift Beast will fall under the groggy state if you consume all the HP before the beast uses its ultimate skill. Alright, so you're kind of on limited time, right? So you have to, he's going to use his ultimate. He's got his gauge filling up to use his ultimate. You got to make sure you kill him, not kill him. You got to make sure you reduce his HP to 0 before he gets his ultimate off, and then he's gonna go into the groggy state, and he can be debuffed when he gets to the groggy state. Actually, I'm already getting ahead of myself. So he'll fall into the groggy state, and then after he comes back from out of the groggy state, there's a lot of video games, not Summoner's War really, but there's a lot of video games where like you have to do this to the enemy, and then like you like bonk him in the head with like a frying pan, then he's like and then you can like stab him with the sword or whatever, but you gotta like make him groggy at first. It's not the first game that's ever had that idea, but maybe you guys understand the correlation when I'm talking about it like that. Lots of different video games do like big, strong, powerful things. You have to weaken them and make them like stupid first. Stupid like Jubagel. Okay, then we weakens the effect that inflicts damage proportion to the HP and twisted power, and gains immunity against all harmful effects. Okay, so we're gaining immunity against all harmful effects, unless we're in groggy state, which is the next one. Immunity against all harmful effects will be removed during the groggy state. This is different from the normal raid that we have. So as soon as you get him to the groggy state, then you can debuff him and you can do all this stuff to him, but we're not gonna have that where he's gonna be immune to everything while he's normally, you know, focused on murdering you brutally. And weakens damage proportionate to the HP. We've already seen that. No one's bringing Spectra and Sigmaris into the regular raids because it does not work the same way. It doesn't work the same way as like if you bring it into TOA 100 or if you bring it into Hall of Water or something like that. So that's nothing new. That's already something that's in the regular raid, is that the damage proportionate to the max HP is not going to be the same. Then we have, we're already seeing that. Dragon Thorn attacks the enemies in the front line 2 times with a sharp thorn. Damage increases substantially as the target's defense decreases. We're already seeing this. This is nothing new. This attack will target the back line if there are no enemies left in the front line. Again, we already see this with the current raid. Grade increases as you inflict more damage, and you get better rewards as the grade increases. Okay, so the more damage you do, the higher your grade is. Think World Boss. Think how World Boss works as you get better, and it's probably going to be like that too, where you get just like it like poops all over your screen with a bunch of stuff, like, you know how it's usually a bunch of mana and then some runes that you're like, oh, I hate that rune, it's white, whatever, and you're racist and you hate white things, or green, yeah, screw those green runes. So we're probably gonna see it like, you know, however much damage you do in the raids, however good you do, however many groggy states you get through before the boss eventually kills you, is gonna be how you do. Maybe we see the same ranking system like B and C and A and S and triple S. So of course Barion's gonna get the triple S's, and then I'm gonna struggle to get the single S's. Thanks, Barion. Make it look easy. So that's cool, and you can see that this is. I know you guys are probably like overwhelmed by the amount of stuff that you saw from the first screen, like the amount of drops. But now that we get better rewards, now that we're seeing it's kind of like the world boss, probably how we're going to get the things. That we're not just going to get one thing, we're going to get like a smattering of stuff and better stuff when we do more damage, but we're still going to get a bunch of little things, right? So we'll maybe get, let's go back to the thing, maybe we'll get 8 things, maybe we'll get a little bit of hardwood, Maybe we'll get a little wood. Maybe we'll get a little ore. Maybe we'll get a symbol of harmony and a couple flaming fire crystals and some magic dust and a magic crystal, right? From a run. So that's cool. We'll see. I don't know exactly how much stuff they're going to give you though, but that's kind of what I would assume from what's going on there so far. Okay, let's get to the Fire Rift. Let's get to the Fire Rift. The Fire Rift is going to be fire minions. Okay, fire minions is the main mechanic, I guess, for the Fire Rift. So the Fire Raid Beast is going to attack all enemies 3 times with an enraged roar and summon 8 fire minions when he attacks. The HP of the fire minions will increase every time the fire minion summoning is used. So over time, the stronger he gets over time while you're battling him, the HP of the fire minions are going to be even stronger as well. Can't be targeted, and really that's it. Like, the longer you last, the better stuff you get, the better rank you get. Can't be targeted but can be killed by AoE attacks. So it's not, I mean, not directly killed by AoE attack, but what it looks like, you can inflict damage to nearby boss by exploding the fire minions, and makes the remaining fire minions explode to inflict great damage. If you kill the fire minions, they're gonna blow up and they're gonna do damage to the boss. From what we see already. If we don't kill them, they're going to explode to inflict great damage on you. Like bombs. Think bombs, right? Think bombs like the Hall of Fire. Except that we're going to have to kill them to do that. So a lot of people are saying they want to build things like Sigmaris and Lapis. I know, Lapis. I was shocked to hear it too. But strong AoE water monsters, since this is the Fire Rift. Strong AoE monsters, water monsters. Soha would probably be good here. Let's see. Let's actually take a look at some of these strong AoE water monsters. Who's gonna be good? Who's gonna be good? That's like semi free to play, right? Who's gonna get some good AoEs? Water AoEs. You know what? Ellen, the water Amazon, might be good. She's got an AoE 3rd skill. She only has 1 though. She only has 1. Then who else do we have? Who else do we have? We got the Nubia. He's got 1. I think Soha's gonna do a lot of nice damage. Tyron's got 2 AoE skills. But you also think about the monsters that are gonna be good in Fire Secret Dungeons. Those are probably the monsters that you're gonna want to bring to the Fire Rift. So monsters that have multiple AoE attacks and monsters that do a lot of big damage, right? Julie's probably going to do good. Lure might do pretty good. Let's see, the Samurai with Sword of Supreme Skywolf might be good. Let's see who else. Lapis has got that AoE though. Sigmaris Tower's going to be good. He's got the AoE as well. Annabelle's got an AoE, but those now we're talking 5 stars though. Now we're talking 5 stars. We shouldn't be talking so much 5 stars because we know how rare they are. All right. So that is that for the Fire Rift. Next we have the Water Rift. Grants freezing air effect on all enemies with an ice roar. The freezing air effect becomes stronger every time the freezing roar is used, and it looks like it's going to freeze. This is not what this is what they said. Seems it's going to be freezing your HP. So it's like Destroy, but it can be gained back when you increase your attack gauge. So from what they have said, Bernard might be a nice thing to use here, since we increase the attack gauge. I'm not quite sure how that's gonna work. If it's just over time you get it back, even naturally increasing your attack gauge, or no. That's a good question. Or if you have to like use skills to increase your attack gauge. So, I mean, you know, Vertiheal, but it's a Water Rift. If you're really gonna bring Vertiheal, so I think Bernard might be a go-to monster here for the Water Rift. I really want to see what this does more. The Fire one seems more like this is what it's gonna do. I kind of get an idea of this. The Water Rift is like kind of like okay, I kind of get it, but I kind of want to see more. So I kind of want to get a better understanding of what that's supposed to do. Let's see. Then we have the Wind Rift. Lightning Roar attacks all enemies 3 times with a furious roar and grants the electric shock effect. Damage increases each time the lightning roar is used. So big damage. Electric shock can only be removed when HP is fully recovered. What is the electric shock going to do though? I don't really see what it's going to do. Is it going to be damage over time like dots that you just can never remove? And you have to like heal up to full HP? It's like a poison effect? That's curious. Or is it going to slow you down? Or is it going to do both? Or what exactly is this electric shock effect? I didn't get any information on that. So we got that. So another thing that I'm like, okay, I wanna see some more. I wanna see some more. Then we have the Dark Rift. Oh guys, the Dark Rift. Soul Chain. Chain, not train. I got excited too. It's not Soul Train. Attacks all enemies 3 times with a chaotic roar and grants the Soul Chain effect on one nearby enemy. Will become stronger every time the Dark Roar is used. You must attack the raid boss multiple times to remove the Soul Chain effect. The enemies under the Soul Chain effect will be defeated instantly and it will become impossible to revive. That's supposed to say when the ultimate is used, they will be defeated instantly and become impossible to revive. So one of the things that we're noticing here is you must attack the raid boss multiple times to remove the Soul Chain effect, like Necropolis. This is going to have a similar to Necropolis mechanics, so a lot of the things that you want to use for Necropolis, you're going to want to use for the Dark Rift. If you have a Necropolis team, maybe you already have a leg up on getting the Dark Rift done. And if you don't have a Necropolis team, now might be a good time to maybe get a Necropolis team. Some multi-hit monsters. There's a ton of different Necropolis teams out there that people have developed. It's really a lot about multi-hit monsters. And they gave us the Holly Heroes for the Dark Rakshasa, which might be really good here. She's got multi-hit skills as well. So we'll see. We will see. Because we got to get those soul chains off, otherwise. And we really seeing the same thing as Necropolis. No, does anyone really bring a reviver into Necropolis? Maybe they do. I don't know. I don't know of anyone that brings a reviver into Necropolis. But if you do, probably not the best idea to take a reviver into Dark Rift. Just because really I wouldn't even worry about it. I would not even worry about reviving anyone in the Dark Rift from what I see right here. Unless there's something I'm not seeing. So yeah, we're just Necropolis monsters, baby. Alright, and then we have the Light Rift. Distorted Shields attacks all enemies 3 times with the Giant Roar, creates the Distorted Shield. So it's going to 3 times attack. Is that going to be a common thing with all these rifts? Is we see 3 times attack and then do their thing. Like the fire one was 3 times attack, attacks 3 times and then puts out his little bomb guys, right? His little minions. So he's gonna attack this guy, the light one. He's going to attack 3 times and create a distorted shield. The HP of the shield will increase every time the light distortion is used. You can break the distorted shield with a monster that possesses a powerful single target damage. The amount of damage distorted shield absorbs will increase as according. The amount of take 2. The amount of damage distorted shield absorbs will increase as according. It doesn't say according. It doesn't say according anywhere there. Increase as the number of hits increases. Okay, the distorted shield will share the damage inflicted on the light eel. I don't even know what that last part is supposed to mean. Share the damage inflicted on the light eel. Is there a light eel? Is there like a light, or is that just a mistranslation? I don't know. That's what I gotta work with, so that's what I didn't want to like take it out. I was like, well, we'll keep it in, but I don't know what that's supposed to mean. So, what is this distorted shield? Think about it like Rena. Think about it like Rena. If you keep hitting her, right, with like tiny weak hits, it's not going to do anything. If you power through it with a really strong single target attacker, you're going to be able to break through this shield. So think about that kind of like Rena, but also it looks like you can break through it and it's not going to come back right away if you crit on it. It's looking like it's only going to come back next time he uses that AoE attack and create another distorted shield. So it's going to keep coming back every time he gets a turn. So maybe think about it more like, forget Rena, think about it like the fire puppy dog, the fire Anubis. You're like, I don't even know, why not Rena? Rena, I know how to play against. I never play against the fire puppy dog, fire Anubis. But think about it like a Fire Anubis, or think about it like the Wind Lich. Also, because they have the shields too. When they attack, they get their shield put on. So that's what it's gonna be. You're gonna have to break through that damage shield. I'm getting. I always put it on the desk. Don't know. I'm just gonna put it in my crotch, and it's just gonna be a fun end of the video for me. Whoa. Yeah. Keep texting. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna have looking for single target big damage dealers in the Light Rift. Who's good single target damage dealers that we can see? Single target damage dealers. Big single target damage dealers. Let's see. Let's go look at some 3 stars. Right off the top of my head, maybe some of the high elementals. They're gonna do some nice single target damage, but they're squishy. Yaku, nice single target damage. For 3 stars anyway. For 3 stars. Some of the beast hunters do a lot of single target damage. Orang, she's fusible. She does a lot of single target damage. Who else? Some of the... What's her face? You know what? The Xiaolin, the Water Kung Fu girl, is going to do a lot. Because she's... With her 3rd skill, it's just going to hit 1 target. So, hopefully that works. Let's see. I'm wondering if it... I mean... We're seeing as the number of hits increases... As the number of hits increases as far as like as the number of times the shield goes up increases. So or is it like the more actual hits it gets stronger as well? Because then things like, because I was gonna say the Wind Puree is nice, but she hits multiple times with her big damage skill, her 3rd skill. So is that going to make the shield stronger because of that multi-hit skill, or is it just not matter? We'll see. Depending on the wording. Let's see what else. What else does big damage? I mean, chimeras, definitely. We got the chimeras. We have phoenixes are going to be good single target damage. Stella's going to be nice too. You guys know what does big single target damage. Theomars. Did I mention Theomars? Samurais might be nice. Vertiheal might be nice. I'm trying to look on the fly. I didn't really prepare to see. Ardella might be nice. I'm just thinking about big single target damage. Copper might be nice. The general single target monsters. Shimate might be nice. Argon. Argon's got some good damage with his 3rd skill. Tanya, but you're not going to get the full effect of that. I mean, if you have Tashar, or if you have big monsters like that, if you have any damn chimera, like, okay, good, I got the chimera. So, alright guys, I think that's the last. Is that the last slide? Yes, it is the last slide. Hope you enjoyed. Hopefully you got some information out of this. I know we're still missing some information. Some of this is still a little bit foggy. Like, okay, but could you clarify that a little bit more? And like, I wish I could clarify a little bit more. I'm just trying to go with what I have. But hopefully it gives you guys a little bit more insight onto the mechanics of the new raids. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see. Thanks again to Sylpheez for the information, and I will see you guys as always in the next video.